Time now for your forewarned weather with Cedric Haynes.
All right, welcome back, folks. We're going to get to the all-important weekend forecast, but of course, with Mother's Day coming up, we want to congratulate a new mom. That's right, the Cannon Sechrist family welcoming in a new baby girl. This is little Sailor Jo Sechrist, and we want to send congratulations to the new family as they get to kind of know each other. You probably noticed Cannon not with us on the air for the past couple of days, but that's why, obviously, welcome in the new member of the family. And of course, we want to send our congratulations to them and hope to have a great first Mother's Day weekend, all the family together there. And we look forward to Cannon coming back with us here soon as well. But let's get right now to the forecast here, because obviously we've got some changes when it comes to the weather. The big warm-up has arrived here in the Beehive State, and that is going to be with us here as we go throughout the next few days. So kind of prepare yourselves for some definitely climbing temperatures throughout our Saturday and our Sunday. Now listen up. As we get towards Mother's Day, of course, all eyes are on that forecast. A lot of folks planning some outdoor activities with mom. And, of course, we've got to keep an eye on that weather. And right now, it's looking mostly dry out there across the area for most of the moms. But there is a slight chance of a pop-up shower or two, and I'll show you where that could occur coming up. But a better chance of rain and some much cooler weather arrives as we head into next week. So while it is going to be a very warm pattern heading into the weekend, we will not necessarily wrap up the forecast here with those warm temperatures. All right, outside right now, we've got 46 in Logan, 50s here along the Wasatch Front, 40s and 50s from Castle Country over towards the West Desert, and low 60s as you get down towards southwestern portions of the state. High pressure, again, the big blue H is the dominant weather feature, sending everything up and around us up into Canada. So we're not expecting any storm systems to move our way in the short term. So as we go into the weekend, it's all about the big blue H. That high pressure will continue to pump in the warmth across the area. Of course, that high pressure brings in a lot of dry air. Dry air compresses and heats up quickly. So we're going to see our temperatures warming up as we stay fairly stable across the area. Now, sometimes you can see some record heat with that high pressure bridge when it builds in. I think the record levels will stay just to our north and west as you get from Montana back over towards portions of Nevada and Idaho, but we are going to be looking at above average temperatures for sure here across the area. All right, let's look at your futurecast. You can see this high pressure dome that continues to expand, and as it continues to make its presence known going into the weekend, those temperatures will do so in kind as well. And then notice once we get past the weekend, as we get towards your Sunday, we're still under the influence of that high-pressure ridge, but there is a big trough that's developing, and that will start to bring us some changes, again, as I mentioned, heading into next week. But, again, for Mother's Day weekend, looking pretty good. Upper 80s here in Salt Lake City, upper 80s on your Mother's Day as well. Just a slight chance of a pop-up shower storm, primarily in the mountains. Otherwise, St. George, a lot of sunshine. Look at that, mid-90s expected as we go throughout the weekend. In fact, I think most of the state will be looking at those temperatures in the 80s and 90s here. So whatever you may have planned all across Utah, it's looking to be fairly warm and mainly on the dry side. If you're wondering about that storm threat, again, a slight chance of a pop-up storm anywhere from Logan over towards Vernal and down towards the Price area. But again, it's going to be a very slim chance, so I wouldn't cancel those outdoor plans. Things change, though, next week as that low-pressure trough moves in. That's going to bring us some much cooler and wetter conditions across the area, and that's when the things get a little more unsettled, and we start to see a big drop in those temperatures. St. George, a low to mid-90s here as we go throughout the weekend with that sunshine. Mother's Day, well, looking pretty good, but it's going to be hot, 94 for your high. We'll introduce that slight chance of rain down across southwest Utah by the middle of the week, but look at those temperatures, about a 20-degree drop. Yeah, that's going to be a big change for us. The Wasatch Front, low 80s today, upper 80s Saturday. But then notice after Mother's Day, staying in the upper 80s, we're going to see a chance of scattered showers and storms as we get towards the middle of the week. Look at those temperatures. Yeah, about a 20-degree drop, struggling to hit 60 by next Wednesday.